Everyone's Missing and the Murdered is a weekly YouTube channel that covers the topic of missing and or murdered individuals from the state of Maryland. If you like this channel, please like and subscribe and click the bell so you'll be notified when the next cases are released. Before we begin, I just wanted you to be aware that I was unable to locate any pictures of the victims. David Smyth began using drugs in his teens. That is when he met his future wife, Veronica. Smyth's life was good until the early 2000s when he lost his job as a plumber, his house, and got separated from Veronica. Veronica and their 2 children moved to Frederick County, Maryland, while Evan moved in with his parents. He filed for bankruptcy in 2002 and got heavily back into drugs, consuming alcohol, cocaine, crack, LSD, PCP, and heroin. On September 17, 2003, Evan showed up to his friend 17-year-old Shantice Gill's home. Why a 40-something man was friends with a 17-year-old, I'll never understand. But anyway, Shantice's mother, Rosie, let Evan in, commenting on how skinny he looked. Shantice called Evan E, and after a bit, Evan and Shantice left the house together. 3 hours later, Shantice would leave a voicemail message on her mom's phone screaming, quote, "Get off me, what the hell is wrong with you," end quote. Rosie was not home at the time, so she didn't hear the message until hours later. Rosie attempted to get in contact with Shantice, but was unable to do so. The same day, on September 17th, police found 21-year-old Tristan Ofaya deceased behind the wheel of his car with a shotgun shell on the ground. Nearby the scene was an apartment complex, so detectives spoke to people who lived there. They told detectives that a guy named E had been hanging around the complex. Police began to look at Tristan Ofaya's phone, where they discovered 2 calls to a home in Wheaton, Maryland, and then it matched to E in the cell phone's address book. The following day, on September 18th, police responded for a foul odor emanating from a car that had been parked for several days. In the trunk was a badly decomposed 21-year-old Philip Walker. He had been stabbed 8 times. Detectives then went to the home that Ofaya called twice in Wheaton. No one was home, but 20 minutes later, a 911 call came in from that home which said, "Help me," and then hung up. Police rushed back to the home and found the door was open. Police discovered Shantice Gill in the basement, deceased. She had been beaten and strangled with an electrical cord. Also found in the basement was brain matter and skull fragments on the wall. Looking into the homeowners, it was found that the owners were on vacation in Colorado, but their son, Evan Smyth, had been living there. Police reached out to Frederick County Police to check on Evan's estranged wife and children. When they arrived there, they saw that Evan Smyth's car was there, and it had a paint smudge on the bumper that matched to Tristan Ofaya's car. Police busted into the apartment where Evan Smyth was asleep on the sofa. Evan tells police, quote, "You're looking for me," end quote. And then regarding his wife and children, quote, "They're not involved," end quote. Veronica later told police that Evan told her he did something terrible, but didn't elaborate. His boots had blood on them, which were later tested. Evan Smyth was arrested and charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder. During interrogation, he told police that he was dealing drugs with Tristan Ofaya. When asked about the skull fragments and brain matter, he confessed that they belonged to his girlfriend, 42-year-old Kay Carey, that he killed her, wrapped her body in a blanket, and disposed of her in a dumpster. Kay Carey's body has never been recovered. When asked about Philip Walker, he replied that he was Kay's friend. Prosecutors surmised that all of the murders were drug-induced. In April 2004, Evan Smyth pled guilty, and on November 3rd, 2004, he was sentenced to life in prison. During my research, Evan Smyth is currently incarcerated in Cumberland, Maryland. Thank you for joining me this week. If there's a Maryland's Missing or murder case you'd like to see on this channel, email me at marylandsmissing@gmail.com. Twitter's Maryland's M&M. Music is by Silent Vengeance. Sources will be listed in the outro. I'll see you again next week. Be kind to one another. You never know what will happen tomorrow.